Good morning on this beautiful Saturday morning. I'm assuming it's going to be a beautiful day. Matter of fact, I'm going to make it a beautiful day. Anyways, I thought it'd be pretty cool to do maybe a recap for 2023 on everything that basically has happened, right? And we're up until this point. Um, basically, well, we already know the problems with the karmics, right? We already know the situation with the karmics, and we already know the situation with the family members and things like that, right? I don't think I need to go into the fact that my whole family fucked me over, um, including children, except for one. My son is the only good one there. I wish them all well. 2024, I look into blessing everybody with prosperity and abundance and wishing everybody the best. Even those that have done me wrong, I bless you, man. I hope you find mercy. I hope God finds mercy for you guys. Um, and I hope you guys find your way back, man. I hope this triggers something inside of you guys eventually when you're sitting there in prison, having all that time to think, that you start to pray. Maybe it'll bring you closer to God. Maybe that's what God wants, a close relationship with some of you guys. Because it's much needed. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. And maybe you should enjoy the last few moments that you have out with your freedom. The recap is that people try to make me out to be crazy. People want to institutionalize me, say that I'm psychotic and I'm this and that for my beliefs. You can't believe in God these days without people thinking you're mentally insane, which I think that's insane. But yet their cults exist. Yet these cults exist in the United States and all over the internationally, whatever. Everybody has their own cults in every country, in every place. Some people believe in God. Some people believe in the devil. I don't care how they call their devil in other places, but it is what it is. I'm not going to go into detail about that. The recap basically is the fact that these people can label other people. They can slander somebody's name. They can try to destroy somebody as much as they possibly can, and have all these connections within the law enforcement, within judges, within lawyers. I mean, just corruption. Money buys a lot of evil things in the world, basically. And to make me out to be somebody mentally insane, they wanted to lock me up. My family was all getting together, doing what's it called when you do a thing for when people are on drugs? It's called when you get like a whole session of people in and intervention. They were trying to do an intervention, but just lock me up, for my psychological being, my mental being. But what's so crazy is that the one doctor that I did see not too long ago basically told me that I wasn't bipolar. Somebody tried to tell me I was bipolar. I'm not. Matter of fact, I'm not. And they don't even think that I really have that much PTSD. I feel like I do, but they think that I just was suffering from some depression, basically. Well, yeah, how the hell could I not suffer from some kind of a little bit of mental disorder of the fact that I've been through a hell and back? How can you go through post-traumatic stress disorder without having to how could I not end up with these things, basically, if I've been hunted, I've been raped in the past, I've had things happen to me, man. I've had people try to take my organs, try to sex traffic me, and still trying to do that. And still there's a money bounty hunters out there for me. There's money on my head. You understand what I'm saying? So how does that sound that a person shouldn't have some kind of a so how can this not affect somebody mentally? It does affect me. But I read the Bible, I study, I psychologically, what's so weird is that God prepared me for a lot of things when I was younger. When I was married and going through my own issues, I had to go through a lot of psychological issues from childhood that I didn't know how to deal with, and I didn't believe in going to counseling and stuff like that. So I thought by reading all these psychological books about mental disorders and all that stuff that this would help me out in the future, because everybody kept telling me I was insane in the membrane. But the whole point is that it's not insanity. It's called intelligence, plain and simple. Something that they lack, and they lack the fact that they have a lot of ignorance. And there's a lot of ignorance in the world when it comes to spirituality and when it comes to believing and having strong faith. And I've had to fight for this for a long time. And so and up until this point, I still spiritually am having my own warfare battles within people that don't realize that there's forces beyond we can explain that be jumping into bodies. Like, I feel like since the day that I was born, I feel like I've been fighting the same uh, demonic, or whatever you want to call it, the same spiritual, supernatural thing that's been fighting me probably since birth. That's been trying to unalive me for a long time. Since the age of 10, they've been trying to unalive me, starting with my brother. And now up until my spouse too, that tried to unalive me 3 times by choking me and trying to control didn't think I was going to wake up, but due to the alcohol and the cocaine level that I had in my system that night, I lived. And I ran out of the apartment before he had a chance to go get the gun. How's that, Mr. Liar? That is the soon-to-be, hopefully divorced spouse that I am still attached to, unfortunately. I need to cut the cords to that one completely. Tries to go out there and make me out to be a bad mother. I was a strict mother. I was a mother that was always home. Yeah, I went out with my sister once a week. We went out, but he had his freedom. He was gone 10 to 12 hours a day, and every other weekend he was gone. So I did need that time away from the children, from being a housewife. I was taking care of my father, who was living with us at the moment, who had his own medical issues, And so I was a caretaker for him. And I didn't see it as a caretaker. That was my father. I took care of my father, and I took care of my children. I was lucky enough to be at home. I had a daughter that was asthmatic and she was sick. So I was a stay-home mom, but they were in ballet. They always had all their things going on. My kids never lacked anything. I made sure of that. I made sure they always had everything. I was one of those moms that would take them to practices, pick them up after school. They wanted to paint me out to be a bad mother. The only thing they could say is that I was strict. Yes, I spanked, and yes, I was strict. But I wasn't as strict as the stepfather was that I was married to. The husband that I was married to was very anal about everything. He worked for the Department of Defense. He was just anal, strict about everything. He was really harsh on my son, and that's where I drew the line with him too. After a while, I fell out of love. I mean, you can't force somebody to stay in a marriage who's not happy. I was miserable. So I decided to leave him after 20-something years of marriage. And it was devastating to him, to me, and to the children. Don't get me wrong, it was. And since that day, the children just developed this hate because, of course, he paid the pity party and manipulated these children since they were younger against me. I was along with my family. They always had it out for me, and he went along with it. Yet to my face, they were two-faced. To my face, they're like, oh, your husband said this and this and this about you. And then he'd say, oh, your sisters are talking bad about you. It was like spouse and siblings constantly against me, right? My own spouse was two-faced. Still is. He's the one that put the life insurance. He's the one that's doing all this stuff. That's involved in he has no shame that one of our children is going to go to prison because he involved her in his schemes, and then he involved her into the cult. So who's the bad parent here? I'm promoting God, and he's promoting the devil. So who's the bad parent here? I mean, it doesn't take much to think. And I'm not even gonna go there because he's a waste of time. That's why I left him. That's why he's my past. But my past, he don't let me leave him. Still legally married to him. He doesn't want to divorce me. I couldn't afford to divorce him. Why didn't he divorce me? Obviously, he became a millionaire. Why couldn't he have divorced me? Why? Because he still was greedy and trying to get life insurance on me, right? Now, he gives me alimony. How sweet of him. I get a little bit of alimony every 2 weeks, right? And it's not even about the money, dude. It's the fact that that's how greedy this man is. And what hurts me is that to turn 2 children against their mother is as evil as you can possibly be. And put them in these sexual ritual cults. I mean, how sick is this? I don't even want to imagine if these people are having sex with my children, and he's involved in this shit, and he's watching it, or he's in part of it, partaking in this. I don't even want to it just grosses me out to even think. I get so angry inside. I just want my ancestors to just grab him by the neck, and that's it. He needs to go. That man needs to go. He's just out of control, and he's made my life hell. He's constantly stalking me. He's a computer programmer / nuclear engineer. So this man has access to a lot of things. So he's a pompous. He thinks he's arrogant, and he thinks he can control me, and he's trying to control me. This is all about men trying to control me. This whole issue that I'm going through is my brother trying to control me, put me down. These are women hating men that hate women. This is what they are. They are narcissists, and they want to call me a borderline narcissist. I had to stand up to these mofos. So there's 3 men in my life, or 4, that have made my life hell. Starting with my brother, the spouse that I married, the karmic loser boyfriend. I mean, I don't even want to talk about that. That dude is just pathetic in the past. The one that did most of the abuse got me to this point. That one's just pathetic. That one also got involved in all them paying money for unalive me and stuff, And the one that's having all that sex, I think he has AIDS. More power. I'm sorry, more power to them. They want to worship the devil, and they deal with devil aspects, and they deal with this is on their own deal, man. It has nothing to do with me. Yet they hate me for the things that they've done and the consequences that are coming towards their direction. It's my fault. You did all this karma. You've done all this evil thing towards me, but it's my fault, and I should suffer the consequences of your evilness. No, it doesn't work that way. Sorry to disappoint you, motherfuckers, but it don't fucking work that way. And you're seeing it slowly but surely. You guys are seeing this shit happen. I'm not witnessing this shit. I just hear about it from people, on the online because, there's just a lot to this shit. It's like it doesn't even to even think about it makes me sick to the stomach of these people, all these actions that they've done against me. I forgave them. I have, but it's a relief that they're not in my life, but yet they want to torture me and want me to live in misery and struggle and live. Have I not struggled enough? Have I not? I went to the bottom of the bottom. I'm coming up from the bottom of the bottom. After 5 years, I'm finally coming up. I finally got sober free. I'm sober, and these people want me to end my life, want me to be in a mental institute, want to kill me. They don't want me to survive. I have not done a damn thing to these people, but leave them behind. I left these people behind for a reason, obviously. And they're still attacking. They're still doing stupid things, but the law is watching everything. I don't fear nothing. I don't worry about nothing. There was a time that I was worrying about things. These people had me on the edge. Now I can care less because I know their karma's here. It's here, and there's nothing they can do about it. And yeah, for my children, I feel for them, but they should have known what they were doing too. I've cried many tears about this, and I'm not cold-hearted. How long am I going to let my heart be broken over people that don't deserve it? The people are constantly against me. I don't care if they're your children. I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care who it is. You don't allow people to do this to you. It's not right. It's evil and it's wrong, and they know it. They want to say they know me so well. Yeah, you know that I was always been a fighter. You know that I always defended right from wrong. This is nothing new. So why y'all try to talk shit about me saying that I'm not this, you're not that? Okay, get the fuck out of here, man. You all are the fake ones. You're the ones wearing the facade and the mask. I've always come at you real. I've always been the most realist person you'll ever come across. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't need to defend myself to nobody. And this is not about defending. This is actually a recap. For those who have just joined some of my videos have been deleted. So some people might not know the whole story of all this craziness of the life insurance, of the death threats that have come across my life. So this is actually a recap. I don't give a fuck about these people. I don't want to hear comments later on, oh, you care about these people in the past. No, this is a recap, and this is it. Because 2024, honey, I'm gonna live it. I'm gonna live it to the fullest. I'm gonna live it to the minute, to the moment, to every minute of it is gonna be worth my while. Because it's about time that I get out of this depression that these people had me under. I don't have depression anymore. I'm coming out of this shadow work, darkness. Nobody can keep me down. Absolutely nobody can keep me down. Plain and simple. And I'll be damned. I ain't waiting for nobody. I ain't looking for nobody. I am who I am, and I don't give a fuck who likes me, who doesn't, who agrees with me, who doesn't agree with me. I don't give a fuck. You understand me? I don't give a fuck, a flying fuck about shit in this world anymore besides God and my mission. And if you can't go with me, or you can't be in the same mentality, then I don't have time for this. And I'm not here to please nobody. I ain't here to kiss nobody's ass. I ain't here to pick up the pieces for nobody. I'm picking up my own pieces. I'm picking up my own fucking bag, and I'm on my own fucking, my own sack or whatever the military call it. And I'm on my way. And I'm going to the top. And I'm not talking about being a millionaire. I'm not talking about all that shit because I don't care about that shit. I just got out of the hole. And I'm happy that I'm no longer in that fucking hole that these motherfuckers wanted to dig and throw the dirt over me. Nah. And the best way that I can really sum this whole 5, 10 years that I've been in hell, is basically that it's like the Slumdog Millionaire movie. I love that movie. And that's the best analogy that I can give you of how I felt, that how I've reached to this point. The kid in the movie says that, he says, what does he say? Oh, they're mad because he answered the questions correctly, right? And it's like they don't want to give him his money. They don't want to give him his millionaire money, right? At the end, this poor kid went through hell and back, right? It shows you just the flashback on everything this guy has endured, and how he knew all the answers to all the questions, right? And so they have to play the movie. I mean, the movie plays back. I mean, it goes back into his life, and it tells you how he knew every answer to the answers that won him that $1,000,000. That's the $1,000,000 question. All my life and everything that's happened to me, everything that's happened to me happened for a reason. Happened to this point. I don't think about it. I don't blame nobody. I look at it. I look at it as a lesson, an experience, and a mission that for me to keep moving, to keep going. I don't look at the past anymore. I don't care what these people are doing, what they're saying. This is a recap. And basically, I got to keep moving. I got to keep moving on. Plain and simple, you just keep going. You don't let anybody stop you in this world. Nobody but you. As long as I got these legs, these feet, and all this, I'm going to keep fucking walking. Ain't nobody going to fucking stop me, man. If I can't fly, I walk. If I can't walk, I'll fucking run. If I can't run, I'll crawl. I don't know how the saying goes, but either way, I'm going to fucking crawl my ass. I crawl myself out of that fucking hole, that pit that they thought they had me under. Nah, man, I'm up. Ain't nobody bringing me down again. Another thing, nobody ever talks about this, and this is what I really wanted to. I'm going to do a part 2, so let's, we might have to wait on this, but the part 2 is the collective divine feminine versus divine masculine. I'm not in competition with nobody, dude. I am who I am. He is who he is. I don't compete. Why should I? I don't have to compete. I got God's love, God's blessings. I'm not competing with nobody. And I don't need his love. If he wants to give me his love, then that's all fine and dandy. If he don't, I ain't going to cry about it. I ain't going to sweat it. I ain't begging for it. I don't want it. Because if you can't give it, when it's ready to be given, then I don't want it. And I'm not waiting for him. That's another thing he needs to see something. And he might not even be my twin flame. Part of me thinks he ain't anymore. Because I'm easily able to break the cord, cut the cord. I feel like I've already broken the cord. So he can't possibly be my twin. He's another karmic. But maybe I was somebody, a catalyst to him to open up his eyes and make him get on his mission and his enlightenment and his awakening. It's his turn to get to where he needs to get. And maybe we will come together in 5 years, 10 years from now. Who knows? Or in another lifetime. And maybe not. Maybe he's not. It's for God to say. I don't sit around sweating that shit, and I don't sit around thinking, oh, does he love me? Does he care? No, I don't give a fuck. Because I love God, and he loves me, and that's all I need. So I leave it at that. If you guys got any questions about the collective of the divines, masculine or feminine, you can send me a message or whatever. I don't really have anything hooked up to like emails and all that stuff because I don't do tarot card readings and stuff like that. But if you ever want to know the truth, get it from the source, the main source, the main person that can give you the heads up of what's going on. I'll give you my perspective. I cannot give you his perspective. I really don't give a shit about his perspective. I can tell you my perspective and my honestly truth, and then there's God's truth. So basically, I'm just telling you, I'm moving forward. Life is grand. I got a lot of things coming in my way that I'm really excited about. I'm not trying to be in the public eye. I'm not trying to be famous and all that bullshit, man. If it happens, that's cool. If I can help people, that's cool. If not, I don't care. I'd rather be like Mother Teresa, man. I'd rather travel the world, helping children, teaching children how to read, write, English, Spanish, the Bible, you name it. I'd rather do missionary work than anything else in this world, than a 9-to-5 job, than being in a relationship with a man. Please, man, I'm beyond that shit. Because men to me will come and go. Okay, men will come and go. That's what us women need to know. That no man is more special than another man. No special, not even more special than God. Hell no. So how I see it like this is that my mom had a saying. It's a cruel saying. She said, "A mí me sobran los hombres," and that means in English is to her, men come so easily to her. She's not sweating one man because men come to her so easily. And that's not being conceited or anything like that, but it's like, I ain't got time to waste. And about relationships and worrying about somebody gives a fuck and playing mind games. I hate mind games. The worst thing you can do to me is try to fucking play with my mind and try to fucking think you're slick, because I'm gonna shut you down immediately. You're just gonna be cut the fuck off. I ain't even gonna go there with you, dude. I ain't gonna kiss your ass. I ain't chasing you. I ain't doing shit. You just cut the fuck off. That's it. Bye. See ya. Next. And that's how I see it. And so it's not angry. It's not mad. It's just a dude. My life is precious, man. My life is too precious to worry about what somebody gives a shit about me. If somebody wants to be with me, oh, I'm going to show up, man. I'm coming. I'm coming. Shut the fuck up. Sit the fuck down. Stay with your Carmex. Stay where the fuck you're at. I don't need you, dude. I don't need your little sayings, your little platform bullshit. Half the time that I play it, another thing people need to understand about me is I'm not serious. I may post shit on people's things. Sometimes I'm a little pain in the ass. Sometimes I fuck with people just to fuck with them, just to get a reaction from them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm that clever, you know, and I can come off looking like I want somebody, or they think I'm stalking somebody. No, honey. I'm watching things. I'm watching, and I'm like somebody called me an Inspector Gadget. Whatever. It is what it is. But I'm out. I'm entertaining myself. I know it's sad to say, but little things like I gotta check things out. I entertain myself, and I get things. I think it's cool about some of the tarot card readers. There's a lot of them that I really like. And when I finally do get this money and it's spent the right way in the organizations and with the people and the kids and the people that really need this money, God's money, this money's going to funding. Whatever I have possibly left over, whatever it is, I am going to take a trip and I'm going to try to meet some of these tarot card readers. I'm going to go hang out with some of these people and meet them face to face, have a drink, have a meal, have a tea, have a cup of coffee, and enjoying meeting some of these. There's a lot of them that I would like to meet in person and talk to and chill with and talk to. And if I travel the world, I'm going to travel and I'm going to come meet them. Don't be surprised, motherfuckers, if I come up, pulling up to your car, to your house and all that shit, and I'm beep, beep, and I'm there, because that's how crazy I am. I'll be pulling up. There's just some tarot card readers that I respect and that I like, and they be making me fucking laugh. Those are the ones that I want to hang out with. The ones that be making my ass fucking crack up to the point where I just feel so stupid, but because I'm laughing so hard. It's been a minute since I laughed that hard. So anyways, I'm gonna. This was the recap. Like I said, if you ever want to know the truth about somebody, get it from the mouth of the. What's the saying? Is it the horse's mouth, or get it from the main motherfucker? Don't be fucking guessing. Don't be listening to these wannabes out there that are trying to project, trying to instill their fucking beliefs on bullshit about somebody. Get it from the main motherfucker that they're talking about. And I'll cut all this fucking bullshit in between this shit. I don't need no mediators. You come straight to me, to the source. You don't worry about these people. They're just a bunch of BS, That's how I see it. In my life, I'm like, you ever want to know the truth? Get it from the person. Don't go around listening to people's bullshit. Because more than likely, 99.9%, they're fucking lying. And they're pathological liars, if you can tell. Anyways, I don't sweat that shit. Life's too short for that kind of shit. And I'm too busy having a ball in my own life. I'm too busy rolling with the homies. Anyways, just woke up wanting to express this with you guys and express some love from my heart to let you know that I do care about a lot of people out there in the world, and not everybody's going to make my heart bitter. I'll be damned if anybody's going to make this heart bitter. She gets mad. I get mad. And I express it, and then I get over it. I heal. That's what we do. It's normal. It's normal behavior. You get mad. You express it. You release it. Filter it into something better. Wish these people the best, because of the fact that they don't realize how stupid they are and the consequences of their actions. I do. So I try to always bring myself back to being humble and realize that what's important in my life, what I need and what I don't need, and what I'm willing to tolerate and what I'm not willing to tolerate, out of self-respect, out of dignity for myself. And with that, I leave that with you to tell you guys, I wish everybody a blessed Saturday. And I want to say thank you for those that have supported me along the way, that believed in me, that believed that I was not lying, that I wasn't crazy, that I wasn't bullshitting, that believed in me, still believe in me. Those that I can inspire makes me happy. I don't look for any kind of recognition. I'm not looking for anybody to send me money or any of that bullshit. I'm just happy with the fact that I've helped people along the way, and if I can give any good advice to people, then I've done something good for the world, and I've done something good for God as His servant. And I leave you that as being a servant of the Lord, that may He give you a blessed Saturday. May you have abundance and prosperity. May your mind always be right. May your mind and soul and heart always be um, together and it's aligned together, and that it's always coming out of something good from you, not something bad. And let the anger and this hate in the world be nothing, where you can't be touched by it, you know what I mean, where it can't affect us and shit. We can't. I mean, I'm guilty of it too, though, but I try to filter this shit out. I'm only human, right? And so I leave that with telling you that I love you, and I wish peace today for you and your family, and have a great day. Shalom.